engage the proper gear there, but there's nowhere to go. Cars everywhere. Onto the grass around the outside of the other Nissan. It's going to get really busy coming in here. Hey there and welcome back to R-Factor1, where I am in a Nissan Silvia, which is in the colours of my other YouTube channel. Anyway, why am I doing this? Because today we're going to do a little bit of a 5-lap race around the old 1980s layout of Sugo. Now Sugo is one of those Japanese tracks, so I mean, if you look at it from above now, it looks like a tiny little Okayama, a tiny little Aida. It doesn't seem to have much attitude of its own, lots of little 90-degree corners. I'm not saying it's not a good track, it's still a good track, but it doesn't stand out, especially in a country full of great tracks. But the old Sugo, you can see here, not many corners, but each of those corners is brilliant. From that first sweeper, that hairpin, everything. Each corner has this little thing about tightening or releasing. They all go through undulations and up and down. It's like a little national track where every single corner, there isn't many corners, but every corner counts. And the grid, old style. You can see we're all spread out nicely here. So we're going to give it a little race in these GT cars, see how far up we can get. 5 laps, and we go. But of course there's nowhere to go because we're boxed in. Sneak in, but we're coming into this first sweeper. Really the first proper overtaking opportunity should be a hairpin. Sneak up the inside maybe. No, it's a little bit too messy, but I'm still getting punted from the outside. The AI is on 100% here. I am on a controller. Now this next corner is a sweeper, very fast. It tightens as you go through, so there is room to make a move, but going in alongside is pretty dangerous stuff, as you can see. Just kind of got a hold position here, and the next corner is kind of the same thing in the opposite direction. Getting pushed out there. I'm going to hold it around the outside. Now we go into the final corner, which is this long sweeper. Again, it does tighten up, but it seems to go on forever. You go through this little dip, and then you've got to carry as much speed as you can coming into the start-finish straight that goes uphill, a lot like Road America, Elkhart Lake in America, obviously. Side by side here. Oh, that was dangerous. Oh, where are we going? Where are we going, my friend? Can't brake on the grass. What are you making me do? Get out of the way. You're drunk. Go home. Alright, we've got a lot of catching up to do here, but luckily this is one of those tracks where, because there's not really any distinct overtaking opportunities, but a lot of chance to get side by side, the concertina should bring some of the cars back to us. We missed that apex there, ran wide ourselves. Need to hug this apex so we can get a good turn into the final corner here. Getting nice and on the inside. Got another Nissan up ahead there. Let's see if we can get a bit of a slipstream. We haven't got the fastest car in the straight line. What lap are we on? I think we're coming on to lap 3 now. I can't even tell what lap we're on. It's so intense around this track. What a great track for this kind of thing. But as you can see, a lot of very dangerous corners. And not much in the way of runoff. We've got those hay bale things on the outside there, like grass bales or whatever they are. It's not a safe track for these kind of speeds, but oh boy, is it one of those tracks that you can't help but love. Reminds me a lot of like a small version of the old Spa. Looking there, got a little bit too close. Don't make me go around the outside. Oh, okay, we're going around the outside. It does pinch as you go through here. I pinched him a bit. Alright, up the hill behind another Nissan. It's really loud now. The difference between this and tracks like Spa is where Spa had all that space to be replaced by another classic circuit when they had to change it. Sugo, they had to build on the infield really. So you end up with another track that is good but not particularly distinct. So much talk in there that I didn't even think to change gear when I needed to. A couple of bad gear changes there, dropped me off the back a bit. Let's see if we can catch up again. They are rather hesitant through here. Again, I missed the apex. A little bit too fast on entry, but carrying that extra speed does work. These are those sorts of corners where when you hit that apex just right, it's so rewarding. But they're also those kind of corners that you can approach with the attitude of, well, if I take enough speed around here, at least I can keep the whole effect of this constant slalom going.
All right, that was a
1 lap to go. Let's see if we can get some positions. Let's be a little bit brave. Oh wow, everyone's being brave by the look of it. Engage the proper gear there, but there's nowhere to go. Cars everywhere. Onto the grass around the outside of the other Nissan. It's going to get really busy coming in here. Up on the apex. I'll take that around the outside now. Perhaps there's no room. There's no room to go around the outside. Again, it's getting a bit pushy. Shouldn't have changed down there. Oh, just past the Fiat. Again, it's all about keeping the momentum, but that was a bit risky. Can I grab another position? I don't think I've got the legs to do it. Line's coming up. There it is. Wow. This is one of those tracks. It's just, oh, so much fun. Like I say, one of those tracks you can't imagine being legal now, but the fact that it was replaced by a track that is so different at heart. Some of the corners still remain. Well, I mean, to be honest, the last corner is probably the only one that remains in anything like its original fashion, and even that doesn't feel quite the same these days. Maybe because of the way you approach it, but yeah, I mean, it's one of those tracks that hasn't really been replaced by anything too similar, and there isn't really anything too similar in Japan. Can't see where I'm driving. Not the best angle for that kind of thing. Yeah, it's a bit off-roading. But yeah, it's a track that it's a shame to think that a track like this is kind of missing from memory. It's kind of disappeared. We think about all those old classic tracks that disappear and we never get to see them. This is one that it's kind of sad because it's still there and we don't get to see its original form. Sugo is still a great track, but it's just, it doesn't have that standout uniqueness that the original version had. I really love this. Shame we don't get to see more of it. I hope there's some good old footage of it. What a great track. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And until I hopefully see you very soon for the next one of these.